Okay, Assalamualaikum. Very good morning. So for today we will continue our part 2 lesson in chapter 2, balancing of reciprocating machine or mesh. As I mentioned it before in part 1, whatever a certain mesh is attached to a rotating shaft, it will produce some centrifugal force, where the effect is to bend the shaft and to produce a vibration. In order to prevent the effect of centrifugal force, another mesh will attach to the opposite side of the shaft in order to balance the existing unbalanced centrifugal force. So that is on part 1. In part 2, or in this section, is deal with a method to balance the shaking force due to the inertial force of a reciprocating mesh. Consider a horizontal reciprocating engine mechanism as shown in figure 1, rotating at angular velocity in radian per second at anti-clockwise or counterclockwise direction. As you can see, B is the position of the piston with link with the linkage OAB. Okay, OA, let's say B. Okay, they have angle theta here, they have angle beta here in X axis. Okay, X component. First thing is to find the displacement of piston from end point is X equals to L plus R minus R cos theta plus L cos beta, where L plus R is the far distance that piston B can achieve, minus with the summation of X component for R and for L. Okay, the last equation is, you can see at equation number 5, X equals R times 1 minus cos theta plus sin theta power of 2 divided by 2n, where is n equals to L divided by R. Okay, differentiate it with respect to time to get a velocity. So the formula for the velocity of the mesh of piston is omega R times sin theta plus sin 2 theta divided by 2n, and differentiate it again with respect to times to get the acceleration of the piston, and you can get omega square R times cos theta plus cos 2 theta divided by n. So for the force to accelerate the piston by taking the M is mass of piston is F, generally F equals to ma, but in this formula we can say that M times X double dot. X double dot is represent A, acceleration, equals to M omega square R cos theta plus M omega square R divided by n times cos 2 theta. So you can see theta here have two types of theta that you will use. I mean not a type. That is the first we call here is the primary theta that we will use. This one is the secondary theta. That is the angle that we get from primary angle that will multiple by 2. That is we call secondary angle. Here is the primary angle. Okay, from the Newton's third law, there is a reaction force from F, that is F1 acting in the direction reverse of F but has a same magnitude. So from that formula, we can say that the first part here is the primary distributing force, m omega square r times cos theta. And for the second part is the secondary distributing force, where is the m omega square r divided by n times cos 2 theta. Okay, that is the first primary force, second secondary force. Okay, we look in this formula, we can guess that our graph must be divided, as we know, involve force and moment. Am I right? But force and moment will be divided again with two angles that we will use. There is the primary force and secondary force. Primary moment and secondary moment. We need to find out the unbalanced force produced based on this graph. We will construct it in graph paper. Okay. So for the primary unbalanced force is maximum when? Where the theta is equal to 0 and 180 degree. When theta is 0 or theta is 180 degree, the cos theta will give a value 1. So that is the maximum value for primary distributing force. And when the theta equals to 0, 90 degree, 180 degree, or 360 degree, secondary distributing force is at maximum value, where cos 2 theta given the value 1 at this angle. Okay, this angle. So as you can see here, there was some subchapter that we call partial balancing of primary inertial force, where the question will be give partial balancing. That means only 40% of reciprocating mass is unbalanced. So that is the formula that you need to use, and you need to understand the fundamental here. Okay, the unbalanced force that exists in a reciprocating mass mechanism Fm1 must be balanced. Okay, from Fm1 is acting from O to P. Okay, from O to P. Therefore, a balanced mass is required to balance this reaction. So this is the existing mass. So we must place another balanced mass B that's positioned at the opposite side to crank pin at radius B. Here, B, the mass of B. This one is small b for the radius. The centrifugal force due to the balance B is equal to B omega square B, the maximum, the centrifugal force produced by mass of B. So, from figure to below, the additional of balancing mass B causes the existence of centrifugal force component that is acting along the line of stroke. That means the X position. Okay, X exists. B omega square B times cos theta, and acting at perpendicular to the line of the stroke. Perpendicular. Y. B omega square B sin theta. Okay. So the primary force is completely balanced if B times B equals to M times R. Am I right? But the centrifugal force produced due to the revolving mass B. So therefore, two components will be produced at line of stroke X axis and acting at the perpendicular of line of stroke Y axis. So that's why in practice we will put the fraction K of the reciprocating mass is balanced to max B times B equals to K constant times M times R, and normally the value of K varies from 2/5 to 4/5. Okay, so we proceed to the balancing of multiple cylinder engine. Inline engine. So what is the inline engine? Inline engine is the multiple cylinder engine with the cylinder center line in the same plane and on the same side of the center line of the crankshaft. For each cylinder, the primary distributing force is equivalent to a balancing mass located at the end of each crank. Therefore, an engine with multiple cylinders can be viewed as a shaft carrying a number of rotating mass. So, the concept of the balancing mass in the different plane at part 1, we can apply to multiple cylinder inline engine for the static balancing, for the MR, centrifugal force, MR. And for the closed moment polygon, for the moment, is equivalent to a dynamic balance system. So the formula is here. The primary distributing force for the moment, both is for the moment. M omega square Rx equals to 0 for the primary. For the secondary is M omega square Rx divided by N equals to 0. Okay, that is the formula that we will use on the moment polygon for the primary and for the secondary. Okay. Okay, next we go to the firing order. What is the firing order? Firing order is the power stroke sequence that normally operate in the multiple engine. Each firing order sequence may have its implication to the balancing of engine. However, in this section, the firing order sequencing will be used to determine the proper location of each balancing mass on each cylinder. For example, if the question gives the information is the engine is a two-stroke engine, so we can get the angle or the primary angle of the piston or of the reciprocating mass here. There is the formula 300 degree divided by X. What is the X? X is the number of cylinder. Because why? This engine needs one complete revolution, one complete cycle to complete one engine operation cycle. Okay? If the question gives information 4-stroke engine, so you need to use this formula to get a primary angle 720 degree divided by X. X is what? X is the number of cylinder. Because why? This engine need to complete revolution, need two complete revolution, two complete cycle to complete one engine operation cycle. This is the formula that you will use. So I want to add some information is, in case the question is give you a firing order. So when you construct a graph, you need to follow the firing order that the question is given. You need to follow. You cannot use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In case they have a 6 firing order, you need to follow. If the question mentioned is 1, 4, 5, 2, 3, 6, so you need to follow the firing order. That is the input. That is the important during you construct the graph. So I think that's all from me. After After this, I will show you how to do the tutorial, how you want to answer the tutorial. So after this, I will share a video. Thank you. That's all. Assalamualaikum.